we're not used to going to Central Park and you go by yourself. That shit's scary. But if you used to like going places by yourself, Central Park is one of those places where if you go at a certain time with nobody outside and without getting a haircut like me, you bound for failure. You bound for failure. You bound for failure. You bound for failure. I bet you if they have like a setup where they have people like meditate. Actually, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as you're not bothering nobody. But you know what I mean. This is a nice spot to chill. Cause I gotta like update you guys on this pussy ass channel. So, long story short, instead of waiting until I have better equipment, I'm going to just basically go all out and just put some positive content out there. You know, because it's about that time. Look, I'm next to the motherfucking trees and shit. Michael Jackson say trees. You know, got a nice view of my bike that my friend helped me out with. It's all good. It's called investing for a reason. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make my channel more about like me and stuff. More about, instead of generalities, more about me. You know what I'm saying? My life, where I come from. Not too much of myself because you don't wanna you wanna remain a mystery. You know what I'm saying? You wanna have some type of class about yourself, some modesty, something that today's era has forgotten about, even for us guys. You know what I'm saying? You probably like, what does guys have to be classy about? You'd be surprised. That uncle that fucking touched you, yeah. That's some shit that you need to just get right within in God. Who the fuck gonna talk about that casually and shit? Yeah, man, I remember my uncle and me slept in the room together, but he did a move I ain't like. You like, and you talk like that on the regular, something wrong. Either something wrong or you making that shit up. But other than that, real shit happens to people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people that, whether I'm like cracking jokes or not, you know what I'm saying? Even in my own life, it's not shit over time just gets less tense or intense. It becomes more humorous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that because I'm a comedian and I go on stage for a living. I'm saying, actually it's not for a living yet because I ain't getting paid yet. I'm still a baby dinosaur in this bitch. But I'm performing at a comedy club soon. If I do good, I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. Cause they give you a free tape of your audition. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like over time, pain becomes humor or comedy. So if you're struggling to laugh, take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to get away from your friends, family, depending on your relationships. And to be honest with you, a lot of times people around us like don't have our best interests in mind anyway. They have their interests in mind. They don't have yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're not hurting nobody or hurt yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, go after your dreams. Even if it takes you a while. Even, like, I don't care how old you are, what skin color you are, what's your gender, even though a lot of that has to do with your success. Believe it or not, a lot of people like to downplay that shit like idiots. In my opinion, they're kind of delusional because they're trying to ignore what's really out there, which is racism. But other than that, don't let nothing motherfucking stop you. The only person stopping you is yourself. There's times where I stop myself. You know what I'm saying? I remember we did a short film for my internship, and my boss at the time was like a female. She was like, Tony, come for the screening. I was like, nah, I'm good. And I made up an excuse like I don't feel well and stuff, and really I was having bad anxiety at the time. I think it was because based off like all the things I've been through as a kid, good, bad, right, wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, Tony, if you stop sabotaging yourself, you'll be unstoppable. And I'll never forget those words. I'm saying it nonchalant because I'm distracted, looking around and shit. But also I have distractibility. That's one of the things I have. But I was like, to this day, I remember that shit. So, but overall, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get to where you're gonna go. It just means you gotta take care of certain things like your priorities and financials. Like you gotta get right there or better there before you can go after your dreams. It's not like it's back in the day where you gotta leave everything behind and go after your dreams. Like, nah, there's resources out here. There's more resources out here. There's more information. There's things that the past didn't have that we can take advantage of, especially as youngins. You know what I'm saying? 20s and 30s, like around there. You can take advantage. And it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? There's people do a comedy right now that's 80 years old. Talking about, I started doing comedy at 75. You know what I'm saying? And before they pass on, I respect that because they doing something that a lot of people don't got the guts to do. I know stand-up is scary at the same time, and it's probably the hardest thing to do. But once you pass that fear mark, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of motherfuckers that don't be scared of certain things, but they be scared of that. They be scared of that stage, and it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so tough, get the fuck on stage. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just come here to like center myself. You got a lot of people that you go through your life that want the best for you, that love you, that treat you good. You know what I'm saying? They give back what you give, love, laughter, all that stuff. I remember when I went back to one of my old schools, I saw a lot of my peers and my teachers and stuff that were still there. Some of them left, some of them retired. But overall, it was mad surreal. Like, it was almost like I lived 3 lives. It's like parts, like you're not one person. I mean, you're not just one, how do you say? You can live many lives in one life if you reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So back then I was a lot more rebellious. I was like under influence of like psych meds. You know what I'm saying? Besides parenting, which I'll talk about in another video because that has a lot to do with all of our upbringings, believe it or not. I don't give a fuck who get mad. Because apparently I've been shitting on over the phone for my entire life, regardless if it was out of good intent or not. So I'm showing no mercy. It's called karma, bitch. But when I went back, they like, oh, you was this, you was that. You know what I'm saying? All the things I didn't think I would perceive myself as at the time. I knew I was that, you know, that bring light to the world or try to bring light to the world, try to lit up the room. I'm not the most boisterous person always anymore anyway. I'm not the person that's always walking in with a fucking candle. It's almost like I'm the opposite now. It's like, well, I'm not saying the opposite, but like opposite as far as my approach to it now. I'm still that light in the room. It's just more like I'm dim. And I'm dim because I want to be dim and I need to do things like this, take time to myself. Doesn't mean your light is gone or it's not there no more. It just means it's dimming. And don't dim your light for nobody else but you. Unless you want to take a break, take a break. But long story short, you gotta like remind yourself of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you beat yourself up because others do. They're like, oh man, you 23, you should have been. And people say the word should have been. Nigga, like just like you should have had an apartment. And you 5, 6, 7, 10 years older than me. And you talking about somebody else. You should have been had your shit together. You should have been to this, should have been to that. You should have been skydive. Let's compete with each other then. You know what I'm saying? Since we want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I get defensive is because that's the problem. A lot of us focus on other people outside of learning, prospering, and being inspired and motivated and laughing. It's like a lot of people like look at my life, your life, just to fucking be nosy and just judge. It's like I'm not that type of person. Like if I look at somebody's life, it's to either crack jokes, or look at my life, it's to crack jokes, or it's to find something enlightening about it. It's to learn. It's not to do anything but that. But a lot of people in our world, especially today's society, you know how fucking judgmental America is. They like to look at other people through the lens of judgment without observation versus observation without judgment. And that's why that's one of the reasons why the world is so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I do things like this. I sit down, I find a new place to try to find a new me and reconnect myself with nature, where I came from, scientifically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Post videos like this, showing more of my serious side. Certain people in my own life, in real life, who know me probably don't even know I'm a stand-up comedian, or even have a reputation of being one of the funny kids throughout my life, if not in school, or wherever I am. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to brag on, just telling you my life. But as I got older, maturity kicks in. You got to learn how to adapt to other sides of yourself, and this is one of my sides. It's like, not just one way. A lot of us get pressured to being, yeah, I'm a comedian, but I don't go around cheesing all the fucking time and shit. Like, I don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. If I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm not one of these wannabe stereotypical, like, happy people. It's like, nah, like, and it takes pain to become humble. You know what I'm saying? The loudest nigga in the room that's yelling, y'all fuck y'all up, is the same nigga that is scared to death. You know what I'm saying? So you have to ground yourself. Ground your motherfucking self. That bird found his food stamps. Like, let's go to the store. I found my food stamps. Fuck that. I'm spending all myself. They ate all the worms and shit. I can't eat shit in this damn nest. Make me fucking sick. Can't stand this damn self-centered park. It's not even a Central Park. It's self-centered park. It's just some bullshit. Self-centered park. That bird looking at me like, you right. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you appreciate, the type of videos I post, uncut. Just going through the wild. Know what I'm saying? And on the New York side of the game, nothing phases us. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? We hard to impress. But I would show more of my other side, like the side I show most times, which is like jokey joke, and I crack jokes. Like, I don't want to be known as a serious dude on YouTube that just posts like philosophical ass type videos and shit about life and shit. This is just an outlet for that other side to come out without the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot of energy to just be a person that is funny, or a person that is a stand-up comedian, or if not both. Like, it's one thing to be a comedian, but it's another to be funny. It's another to be funny. It's another thing to be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Both those things combined, you cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a baby dinosaur in this shit. I got like 2 or 3 years in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rushing. Motherfuckers be like, yo, you should do this, you do that. It's like, nah, man. Like, as you start anything, or you get used to anything, vice versa, you start to cut a lot of noise out. And you do this. You do this. Yo, you should trade. Nigga, I thought about trade in high school. Nigga, I'm trying to figure out some other shit. I'm trying to become financially wealthy. I'm trying to do some shit like Forex, which I'm in. I just got paid my monthly. And then I'm going to start making that come true, and the next thing you know, I'm retired from that shit. Especially going in my early 30s. I want to see myself retiring from the working world. You know what I'm saying? I'm most likely going toward a trade, which is plumbing. I had an appointment at the school in Queens, and then I had to reschedule. So I have to make an appointment. I got a lot of things going on right now. I'm trying to switch jobs. So yeah, and one of the things that I'm also doing is trying to get a job good enough for me to move out. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, you can't live off of this job. It's like, no, motherfucker, you can't. Motherfuckers like me, I come from the hood. You gonna make what it's worth. Everything is a stepping stone. Motherfuckers need to let down their pride and be and learn how to, like, take things as they come sometimes. Like, that's what fucked me up in school in the first place. I wasn't like, I ain't believe in a lot of whitewashed material. I was like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll go home, self-educate myself, watch a lot of Malcolm X and all that stuff, read up about Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying, Langston Hughes, what they had to say about America, racism in America and all that stuff, and just a lot of shit. And I would go home, just completely fucking, like, the term they label is woke nowadays, and everybody calls themselves woke. So I'm not gonna say I'm woke. I'm just gonna say I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to adapt to the system that's already within another system. In other words, school. So you in this mind, you flabbergasted, like. So then I graduated, got my diploma. It's crazy. But you go through those things in life, not because I was bipolar. I don't think mostly. I think it was because I'm such a defiant human being. Naturally, I can't help it. Like, I have a history of scoffing at authority in general. I have a history of, like, just basically, like, doing my own thing on my own time. If I want to write, I want to write. If I want to read, I want to read. If I want to do this, I want to do that. But I had to learn also as I get older. This is something I learned as well, and it bites me in the ass sometimes too, especially when it comes to certain things like bills. There's a time and place for everything, and this is something that a lot of niggas don't understand. I didn't understand it. I didn't want to understand it. I didn't want to, like, accept that shit. I'm like, yo, is this how I feel? I don't give a fuck if this is an office. They profiling or whatever. Like, I'll come up with a reason, but at the end of the day, you can't play victim everywhere you go. So then there's that. There's another side to it. There's always the other side to things. It's like, yes, you stand up for yourself, but stop. You don't do it to the point where you look like a victim or you're trying to victimize yourself. But society already victimizes us as black people. So there's that. You got black people telling other black people to stop victimizing themselves, when in reality, society victimizes us in the first place. It makes no fucking sense. House niggas, that's what I call them, house niggas, or ignorant nigga on the block. There's one of the two. Or ignorant nigga in the house, or ignorant nigga somewhere. The smart niggas, they know what's up. When you watch this, they know what's up. They know what's up. And I try not to go into places or in situations or anything knowing everything. I'm like, yo, even if I know an answer, I'm like, I'll play dumb just to see what else I can learn new from that shit. It's called Art of War. You know what I'm saying? Know thyself. And the more something or someone lets you know who they are, the more you can know how to handle a situation or the person. You're prepared. It's like Batman. It's like, thank you for telling me where you at, Riddler. I know where the fuck you at, and I'm coming. I'm gonna let you go. You've been warned. I'm gonna crack jokes, and if it gets backlash, cool. If not, horrible, because I'm not doing my job. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, this side of me is not always me. Even when I do comedy, or before I even started doing comedy, motherfuckers think like I'm just a funny kid. It's like, no, I'm not just funny, motherfucker. I have a little bit of knowledge with me. I have a little bit of insight. I have a little bit of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I have a little bit of experiences. You know what I'm saying? And here's the problem with sometimes in life in general too, especially when it comes to family. When you don't do shit on their time or other people's time, they question you, or they're skeptical. They're like, yo, you ain't think about going here? You would think about doing that? It's like, why don't you just ask me without sounding condescending? You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds condescending. You ain't. It's like, why don't you ask, are you going blah, blah, like a regular motherfucker? You gotta be condescending when you ask it. Like, I'll host when I host. I'll become a self-published poet when I become a self-published poet. Don't put your expectations on me. I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like, is when the expectations is put on me. You know what I'm saying? I ignore the fuck out of you. I ignore the fuck out of you. If you put some shit on me, I ignore the Jesus out of you. You would think, let me shut up. Anyway, thanks for watching.